I really had a surrenderance to dating and everything. And I really brought it to God and was like, I am ready to be single for 10 years and have nothing at all. Like,
you said that. You were like, I think I'm going to be single for a
I was
long
like,
time.
you know, and that's when you're really surrendered, when you're just like, you know. No. I'm Izzy.
I'm Maggie.
And this is the Long Game Podcast, where we talk all things faith, relationships, and wellness. Yes. Today, we are talking... Drum roll. The elephant in the room. We have... Don't tell them yet.
I already said it.
She said it.
Sorry.
They didn't hear that. No, it's okay, guys.
We'll cut it out.
This is a big deal for many reasons. Even if you don't care, it's a big deal. Okay?
100%.
If you will, Maggie.
Taylor Swift's engaged.
It happened. Okay?
It did.
Very exciting news.
It's really cool. And people are ecstatic.
People are crazy.
I've seen it reposted so many times on my feed.
I know. I'm like, okay, yeah.
And we were just talking about all of like the restaurants and businesses who were like, we'll cater your wedding.
We'll do it all.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was trying to think about this morning. I was trying to be, honest with myself. Like, where do I stand with the whole Swiftie movement or everything?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty neutral on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty neutral. And I totally understand the hype 100%.
Yeah.
And why that's a whole cultural thing and all that's like, I have students, they're Swifties. I have parents, moms, they're Swifties. Like, it's literally like a movement.
Yeah, truly.
And it's a really fun thing for them to be a part of,
Absolutely.
And that's like how I view it. And then there's the other side of people who just hate on it for no reason. And I'm like, why? What does that say about you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think you look at it, I mean, she's literally just built an incredibly successful, like, she has
business.
Branded herself.
She has branded herself to the
max.
One of the top level. It's like what?
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo and then maybe Taylor Swift. Like, you guys are
you
are pretty neck and neck, okay?
Yeah.
So that's very impressive. And I don't feel like she's ever sent like really bad messages in her music or any. To be fair, I haven't listened.
Yeah, I can't say that either of us. I wouldn't say we're Swifties because you have to be like a pretty.
You have to know all the music. Yeah,
to be a Swiftie.
There obviously I know the classics.
Yeah.
What is it like?
Her Red album, 22. Like yeah, that was like back when we were like that 10 years ago. Like that was when.
Yeah, I know that. I know some songs on one of her newer albums, Florida or whatever, that song. I like that song. There's some songs. I
haven't listened to her newer ones, but no, she does really good music. And like you said, yeah, it's not terrible messages. I don't think she's typically like cursing a lot.
Yeah.
In her songs.
I haven't listened to it all, so I don't know for sure. But overall, I feel like I'm not hearing really bad stuff. So, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you have to think about all other artists, other female artists who are putting out stuff that's like horrendous,
that's so
super
true.
Degrading,
yeah,
and offensive, and all the things. I obviously am not deep in the world, so I don't know, but I haven't gathered that from her stuff.
No,
which I think is awesome.
I agree.
Oh, and you know what? A couple years ago, I watched her documentary.
Did you? I never saw that. Was it Reputation?
It was really cool.
Is that what it was?
No idea. Probably. I like to watch all the documentaries.
Yeah, I don't remember.
On the Netflix. Okay. It was really cool. I liked what she stood for. I liked seeing her evolution. I liked her being like, standing up for herself, fighting back against things that weren't right, all those things.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know we spoke about this yesterday a little bit. She is with a guy who's very masculine man,
Yes.
So,
and I'm excited to talk about that because I feel like obviously we're from the outside looking in, right? But her previous relationship was like
she had to like hide him or something.
Yeah, it was like 7 years long. It was that forever girlfriend phase kind of thing that we've talked about before, where it's like we're kind of just always stuck dating. And
she deserves better.
Engagement or marriage. And now it's like she's found this great guy, couple years together, engaged. Like it just seems like that's what we desire. Like that's what we want.
Yeah.
And I like am happy for her because that is what we want.
Yeah. And I watched some stuff yesterday and I was like, what? I don't really get this. I heard people being like, even if you're not a feminist or like all this stuff about being a feminist and like feminism was bad and all this stuff. And I was like, I think people just don't actually know what feminism is. Okay. It's literally at a baseline that we have equal rights and equal opportunity to both genders. That's what actually it is and what it's supposed to be. Like, and it fights for women's rights.
So much, though, like that.
And now people think it's about women being better than men or shoving men down or being like, men are the enemy. Like, what?
Or
That's
being able to do the exact same thing as men. It's like biologically, you cannot.
It's not what we're talking about.
No.
Yeah, we've gone so far that I'm like, what are we doing? Bring it back. But then I'm like, yeah, then you hear someone be like, yeah, I'm not a feminist. I'm like, really? Like, you don't believe
in equal rights?
Like, you don't think that? Like, that's pretty concerning to say. That's, but because it's gotten pushed to, like, all this hoopla,
I love when you say hoopla. No, I agree, though. It has shifted so much.
What are we talking about? But I think it's actually a really good thing. Like you said, he's a masculine dude. It's not being like, she's like, I'm better than this guy. They're like an actual team,
Right.
Don't we need to see that more?
I agree. And I was thinking, too, because I feel like there's, like, two movements that are happening because for a while, like, marriage has been countercultural. Like, we moved away from that for a while.
Yeah.
It was that forever girlfriend phase and that sort of thing. But I also feel, and maybe I'm just on this side of social media, but, like, there's this trend back towards traditional values.
I know. I love it.
Yes. And I think it's really exciting. I don't know how across the board that is, but I feel like we are, like, more and more people are coming back to, like, Christianity and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a reason that we have these things in place. There's a reason that we do it. Like, it's everything that, like, excuse me, that all the, like, the rules and all the things that, like, are in the Bible. Yeah, we have to follow them or whatever. They're things you got to do. They're also for our benefit. They benefit us. Like, to be in a happy, healthy marriage is so beneficial to a single person and then a community and everything. Like, it's insane.
You even talked about, like, financially how beneficial it is as, like, a business owner, as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Like, having your partner in life,
it's
like,
so clutch.
It's so helpful.
The hack of all all hacks. Like, it's the actual best. Like, I think people are like, oh, wait, yeah, there's a reason that we do this now.
Yeah, Cody Sanchez talks a lot about that, like, just finding your partner. And she literally says that is the best hack for your business. Like, find your partner.
Find your man.
Yeah.
Find your man. Taylor Swift found her man.
Seriously.
Guys. Go ahead.
No, go.
Well, I was just thinking, like, Taylor, when you invite me to your wedding, where will I be seated? It's not that I need to be in the front, but if I'm not, will I be a little offended? Yeah, probably.
Do you know what you're going to wear yet?
Probably something white.
Well, she hasn't sent out, like, the dress code yet, so you wouldn't know.
I will let you know.
Maybe a veil.
I was actually thinking of wearing my wedding dress.
Oh, that'd be so special.
It'd be super special for me.
She would really appreciate that, too.
She would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Oh, all right.
Probably something white. But no, I did want to talk about that, like, I don't know. I started fixating on this, like, forever girlfriend thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, that really is a thing.
Yeah.
And
I'm so excited to talk about this, actually, because I have thoughts on this.
I want to talk to you about, like, why do we get stuck there? Like, why are so many women in that right now? How do we get out of it? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think a lot of things, obviously, because it's me. I think, for one, we started doing things backwards, right? There was a reason that we're supposed to wait till marriage. There's a reason that we're supposed to do all these things. Like, there's we do things backwards, so that's, like, now it doesn't really make that big of a difference whether you get married or not for those reasons. Culturally, we've, like, lowered the bar with all those things. A lot of other cultures, that's not the case. They don't do that anymore. Like, it's very, like, one step at a time type thing. So that's one thing I think is really, really big, and
100%. Yeah.
Kind of affects everything, to be honest.
I agree. And I feel, especially Matthew, as we were engaged in like getting ready to get married and everything, he had a lot of people just like talk very negatively about marriage, like, oh, it's just an expensive party, like nothing changes, all of those things. Because like you said, if you've already moved in, if you're already having sex before marriage, like none of the big things change. It feels like nothing changes, and you're just spending money needlessly
to do it rather than
and
to
especially when you take God out of the equation too, because then it just feels like this legal thing, and it's like it is a covenant, like it is so much more than this legal document that you sign.
It's actually really serious. Yes.
And special too, like you should absolutely desire that, especially as someone of faith.
It's literally a representation of like our relationship with Christ. So it's very sacred. It's a very sacred thing. And I think we lost that. And like, there are ways before Mitchell and I got married that we didn't hold those sacred boundaries. And like, that was something we had to repent for and be like, that was arrogant of us to not do that. That was arrogance. Like when we literally were like praying, reading the Bible, and like spending time on this. And we're like, when it came down to it, it was arrogance that like, we were like, well, what are we going to do? It's just about signing this paper and then we do it, because we could just go do that. But then we're like, then it's just all about that. But it's like, it's not about that. It was just an arrogance thing for us to think that there was no consequence. So that's something we had to like repent on. And like, it was a big deal. It was like hard.
Wow.
Like, this sucks. I know I've never shared that.
Thank
now
you
I'm
for
just sharing that on my podcast.
Really big. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we really, like, it was like, there were tears. Like, it was like, this was a foolish thing to do.
Yeah.
But I think we just like lost all those like boundaries type things. But I also think, now this is going way deeper with it, family, community, and unity is not what it used to be, right? It's not what it used to be. And people used to live with their families until they got married.
Right.
And now that's not really a thing in our society. You get judged for like living with your parents past like 20. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
even
it's
18 feels like there's pressure to be out of the house.
You got to be gone. And so it's so hard. It's so hard to do that. It's like, well, if you find someone you can team up with, let's go.
Yeah.
So there's, you know what I mean?
Totally. No, there is that pressure. I think that you're spot on with that, especially having to move out, feeling like you need to move out at 18.
And so then you're like, I'm just trying to survive. I'm not thinking about planning a wedding and doing all this other stuff. We're just trying to make it right now.
Yeah.
And then you get in it, and then you're in that rut. And like, Mitchell and I talk about this a lot. Like, for our kids, like there's that whole stigma of like, no, I don't want to hand my kids anything. You know, I don't want to just give them anything.
Yeah.
I want to give my kids everything. Like, we're gone and past. You have my house. You have my property. You have you are set up. Now, am I going to just spoil you and make you someone who's not able to handle what I'm handing you? No. But yes, I'm going to try and give you absolutely everything. That's what leaving a legacy is. That's what, like, everyone great in the Old Testament, in the Bible, that's what they did. They left a legacy, and then they raised the next generation up to take that over. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. But because we're so far from that now, and now it's like everyone's like fending for themselves, doing everything on their own, it makes it so hard to fight. But I think about, okay, so if I was like, I think arranged marriages used to not be that freaky of a thing, because it wasn't, it was like, you know, if I'm over here raising my family and I'm building it up to like be something amazing, and you're doing the same thing over there, and then we're like, you know what, I feel like these guys would be a good match. Like, they're not supported by us. It's not like they don't have a community or whatever.
Right.
And then they come together, and then it'd be like, all right, that's like, I'm not saying I support just like
we won't do that.
I'm not doing that to my kids, but I understand it because it was just different, and it was so much better.
Yeah.
And I feel like that actually makes a huge difference.
Well, it was trying to set them up for success. It was trying to find like someone who could take care of your daughter, and provide for her, and you know, vice versa, like, you know, someone who could provide or help whatever with her husband. Yeah. But it's different now.
It's way different. Yeah. But the point, you see what I'm saying though? Like,
I do. Yeah. I like, very much see that. I also think, and this is maybe like less deep, like more surface level, but I think as women, like, we are afraid to like rock the boat in the relationship too sometimes. Like, I've definitely been there where it's like, you don't, you know, when you have been in a relationship for a while, you don't want to feel over controlling or bring up certain topics, or even just talk about like, hey, what are we, like, where are we going? What's the intention? Because you don't want to lose the relationship.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes it's just easier to not bring up certain topics.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just stay stuck in like, well, this is what we've been doing for the past few years. Like, it works. It's not bad. So we just like stay there because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And it would be maybe uncomfortable, or it'd be like logistically challenging to plan a wedding, whatever it is, you know?
Yes.
And so I think that it's comfortable sometimes to be in that, even if that's not what your heart truly desires.
Yeah.
It can still be comfortable to stay in that normal relationship that you've been in for so long.
And it's lower stakes. It's easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to treat someone you're with like a boyfriend than it is to treat them like a husband. Same thing like girlfriend versus wife. And like that's something that like I actually talk about with Mitchell. Like that's something we bring up in our relationship is I make it very clear. I am your wife. I want to be your wife. I want to be treated like a wife, and then I want to treat you like a wife, which means like I want to serve you. I want to respect you.
Wow.
In turn, I want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And that's it. And like we actually talk about it like that. Like
I love that. I actually would love for you to expand on that. Like, how did your relationship actually change, like from being engaged to being married, and you know, treating your husband as your husband and vice versa?
Yeah, it wasn't as much in the beginning, but then God, like I just was reading the Bible so much more, and God was doing a lot in my life, and I was like really realizing, oh my gosh, I am in something this is a big deal. This is a big deal. And that's why I think people miss too. They're like, oh, I'm in a relationship. No, I am married to this person. This is sacred. This is holy. And I need to treat it like that. And then all these things that like the Bible says, like if you do them, you're rewarded. Like your relationship is better. And so I was just like literally reading the Bible and being like, okay, I'm going to be more like that. And obviously I have deep rooted like triggers and stuff around like submissive wife stuff and have all like rebelled against that because I saw it in a really unhealthy way and was like, this is triggering. I hate this. I will never, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when you read it more and you realize like what it's supposed to do, it's like because your husband's supposed to take care of you. And I have a husband who just wants to so badly take care of me. So if I'm just being like, you know, coming forth and being like, I just want to respect you. And yeah, like I do want you to lead the way. I'm going to have that like feeling of being loved and taken care of. And that is literally what we want as women.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
We got in this whole boss babe era, which I am, okay? Because Mitchell also wants me to be that too. Doesn't mean one or the other. When you're actually taken care of and protected, then you're like, I can rule the world. Like I can do it all because you feel safe. Your nervous system is actually safe and you're protected. So really it was just like, it's very little things, like really, really little things. And it's just all in the word, really.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. I think we were just talking about context before this podcast, but the context of just that verse, wives submit to your husbands, is so important because that's the only part of the verse that you hear. And then it's like, but it's also husbands, you are called to lay down your life for your wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Like as Christ does for the church.
Yes.
Like
yes, it is
we
for the church.
But also like he is called to literally lay down his life. Like that is his calling as well.
Yes. And that's, and you are so fulfilled in that. Yeah. Like that role is very, exactly. No. Yeah. And that is the thing. And the verse also is husbands and wives submit to each other. Yeah. Right? I grew up just hearing wives submit to the husband, and it was a very toxic thing.
I know.
Is that what you? Yes.
Yeah,
very.
For so long.
And that is like toxic masculinity and everything, which like doesn't even exist because masculinity in itself is not toxic. So like that's just like toxic control. It's not even that. Yeah. Because actual masculinity, the divine masculinity, is literally to do that, to protect, to set up, to take care of and provide, and then let the woman flourish. And like that's the whole thing. And that's why you can naturally, you know, do things that guys can't and make things beautiful and like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Be creative and all those things. So
right. We feed off of our differences. Like that's what makes us so compatible.
Yeah. And I think too, I know that I saw a clip that was like, it was from Call Her Daddy or whatever. And it was literally a clip, and I don't know, maybe it got clipped or whatever. It's out of context, but it was literally like, oh my gosh, in my 20s, I don't want to be strapped down. I don't want a man. I want a bubble. And it was like, I was like, wow, this is a lot of the problem here, like for sure, that we've been pushing this narrative. But it also comes from this culture that is very abusive. And a lot of women have been abused and misused and then have put themselves at like OnlyFans. Are you kidding me? That is destroying integrity. It's destroying self-esteem because it's something that's sacred is now for sale. You're just lowering that. And I think we're looking at, it's 1 in 10 females have a OnlyFans account. 1 in 10 in the United States.
Are you serious?
1 in 10. Yes. Yeah. I looked this up recently.
Also, you think about it, like if you have an OnlyFans, you are definitely seeing the worst of the worst men.
You are seeing the worst of the worst.
So of course, how would you not be jaded? Because there's absolutely like terrible people out there who do terrible things.
Yeah.
And so you're on that side of the internet for
of course.
sure.
So then you're getting burned by it, and then you're like, yeah, and then we're stuck in this narrative, and it's like, yes, guys can be pigs. Like it's terrible across the board, but we're all contributing to it by putting that out there. And it's super sad. And like there's people who are in relationships and they're on that, and that's okay because it's a piece of the income, and then we're defiling the standards of marriage even more, even if they're not marriage. It's like it's being in a relationship with someone, because then the man is not taking care of his woman and is like, yeah, go sell on OnlyFans. And then then you're
where's the protection?
Where's the protection? There's none. No. There's no protection.
Yeah.
And it's just a vicious cycle. It's super sad. And I'm obviously pretty passionate about it.
Yeah.
So
no, as you should be, as we all should be. And I do think that goes back to like Taylor Swift getting engaged. We should absolutely celebrate marriage. Like I love that everyone's celebrating that, because this is a thing to celebrate. Marriage is a thing to celebrate.
Yes.
And I think that that's critical, because there's that other side where it's just like women are stuck in these relationships. They're selling themselves. Yeah. They're settling for so much less. Like we are settling for so much less than we deserve. And we need to call men to a higher standard too. Like protect your person. Be a protector, be a provider, be that steady person she can rely on. Like we all need to raise the standard.
Yeah.
And so when I see people celebrating Taylor Swift's engagement, it's like,
let's
absolutely,
go.
Yeah. Hopefully she found her person. He seems like a steady, masculine person. Like that is what we all should hope for.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, don't we want little girls and teenage girls to be wanting this?
Right.
I do. Yeah. I'm like, yes. I always think about my students. I'm like, yes, I want them to be like, yeah, that's what I want. I don't want to just be with a guy who's like, oh, well, because
here. you know there's that other example of like, I want to be free in my 20s. I'm going to sell myself on the internet. There's that other side. So it's like, let's push the other narrative and make sure that girls and women know like how incredible marriage is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also just the concept of like being free, I think is so misconstrued, and people don't really
Totally misunderstand
that. Yeah. And as if you can't do all those things with your partner. As if you can't go and travel the world and try the different things and get dressed up and go out to places. Like, what are you? You know how much easier, better, and more fun it is to actually do that with your best friend? Like, it's so much better.
Because it's so much more fulfilling.
We always, like, it was last fall, I was actually with Mitchell. We were out in nature, and I was just sitting with him. It was just so beautiful. We were just like being quiet, and I was like, I'm realizing right now, if I was in this exact situation and I was out in nature and I was enjoying this, but I wasn't with you, like we weren't even together, we didn't have a relationship, I would just be thinking about, man, who's my person going to be? Who's that person I want to be with?
Yeah.
Because that's what, like, we all want. Like, deep down, for the most part. There are some outliers who literally don't want to be with anyone. That's crazy. Good for you. Right.
Go be a monk.
Yeah, like,
in a mountain somewhere.
I don't want to be with anyone. I'm crazy. Sorry.
I'm too wild. I have to be by myself.
No, so most people really do want that, though. And I was like, man, yeah, so we go out and search for all these adventures. Because why? Because you want to find someone that like you meet and they're interested and it's like fun and that's what you're looking for anyways. Why can you not just have that with your person and have it in a way that's like safe and fulfilling you could actually build together? I think people just aren't understanding that. And I think the college narrative too is pushed so hard of like, just live it up, be crazy. I'm like, don't do that. I'm very glad I didn't do that.
Like waste away your 20s.
Yeah. What is that? I don't understand that. And I think it's good that we're in our 20s and we're saying, no, don't do that. And we don't do that. And we don't think that's cool, by the way.
But we also have a lot of fun. Like, it's not that life can't be fun, but you don't have to disregard your 20s as something that's expendable. It's like those are still 10 years of your life that you could be building and could be taking seriously.
Yeah. And you will regret things that you do. Like, I feel like they're not told that it's like, oh no, whatever, I won't care. You will care.
Right.
You will care. Like, protect yourself, guard yourself. Don't do those things. Like,
and I love the people that talk about like, hey, it's never too late to start over. You know, like some people are building their brand in their 40s and 50s and like just now having success. And they did, like, maybe they didn't take their 20s or their 30s seriously. Like, absolutely. But that's not a reason to wait choose to waste your 20s.
Yeah, don't do that. Because those people wish they would have started now anyways.
Right. It was out of ignorance or disregard, whatever it was. It wasn't like choosing to just
like
waste
Gary,
years.
and I love that about Gary Vee. That's his whole thing. Gary V's whole thing is like, dude, I was packing wine bottles in a cellar when I was 30. Okay. And now he's a multimillionaire and all these things. So he's like, it's not too late. You don't need to have anything figured out, which is great for all the people who are in his bracket. I'm talking to the people that we know that are in their teens, that are in their 20s. Yes, these years matters. Yes, take them seriously. Don't waste them away.
Yeah.
You will have regrets if you do that.
Absolutely.
Especially if you know.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's something, well, going back to what you said that Matthew and I talk a lot about, just like how different our lives would be. Like if we like had everything but like didn't have each other, you know,
you'd
like
feel a little empty. You'd always feel a little empty. Okay,
would be. And he talks about that. He's like, I would just be thinking about like, when am I gonna find my person?
Yes.
Like I'm ready. Like when is it gonna happen? And now it's like that whole thought, like that whole thing is just over. Like it's done. Like we found our person. Like that's not even a thought that will ever happen again.
You know how nice that is to not.
It's amazing. I love it.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I actually want to talk about that because I wanted to know from your perspective, like meeting Mitchell, and we've had people ask this too, like, how do you know if they're the one?
Yes.
Like Taylor Swift just found her person. We're rooting for her and everything. Like when you met Mitchell, and I know part of your story, but I want you to like talk about it. Was there like that moment when you were like, that's my husband, like I know it, or like how did it go for you?
Yeah, it was two things. It was the prep to that. It was really a surrenderance. I really had a surrenderance to dating and everything.
Yeah.
And I really brought it to God and was like, I am ready to be single for 10 years and have nothing at all. Like I won't no apps,
and you said that you were like, I think I'm going to be single for
I was like, time. And that's when you're really surrendered, when you're just like, No,
you really believed that.
Yeah. I wasn't on social media. I was like, there's no way for me to meet anyone, really. I'm not on a dating app, I'm not on social media. It's going to be like, they're in my path and I come across,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. And it was the second time I saw Mitchell. I was like, that's the one. That's literally my husband. I knew it. Now, it doesn't mean that I didn't still have to pursue it, and it just happened. I was still very active in pursuing him. Maggie.
Yeah, you pursued him.
I pursued him.
You made the first move.
I made the first move.
But you did know, like you saw him from afar and I remember you telling me, you were like, I need to know him.
I was like, I was like obsessed. I was like, I have to know this person. I can't let this go. And I do want to be very clear, just because I knew he was the one doesn't mean it was perfect. Doesn't mean he was perfect. Doesn't mean I was perfect. Doesn't mean the relationship was just perfect.
Yeah.
But I knew he was someone I could count on. And like, that is the biggest thing. You have to find someone that you can count on. And on our first date, I had the list of all the questions. I didn't wait for anything. Yeah. I was like, let's get this down right now. Let's see if this is going to work in the long run. Let's see if we're going to be in alignment in the long run. Yes or no. And it was so funny. It was Matthew's mom actually asked me, because I told her this. She was like, well, what kind of questions did you ask? I was like, do you believe in God? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to work out for the rest of your life? Do you like just all the core things? And it was like, are we good? Are we in? Are we out? Oh, I asked him, I was like, do you have female friends? This is honestly a deal breaker for me. Okay. If you have, not that you can't have Mitchell and you are friends. Me and Matthew are friends. Do you have female friends who you hang out with? One-on-one.
Yeah.
Message. I'm out. Mm-hmm. But either you're going to get rid of that or I'm out, because it's just not respectful to a relationship.
Yeah.
That's it. He was like, no, I have 0. And I was like, cool.
Yeah. It's a big thing. That was a huge thing for me too. I was like, I don't want to deal with that.
It was an actual
Snapchatting other girls. I don't want to deal with it.
It was an actual deal breaker for me. Yep. And then before that, I had met him in the gym. So I was obviously already able to see all these other kinds of things, like work ethic, commitment, like, willing to show up over and over again when it's hard, discipline, all those things. All those things I just saw. Yeah. I just saw. And man, you, with the person that you think might be the one, the sooner you can go through a challenge with them, the better. And so I actually recommend, like, if you could get into some sort of workout thing together or jujitsu competition, something, go fight for something together. Make it something really hard, because you will learn so much more about someone when it's a hard thing versus easy. And the problem is, in the beginning of the relationship, it's so easy.
Yep. You just do all the fun things together.
Let's go and do this day. You're never going to do those things again, probably, anyways.
Yeah, but you guys started off, and like before you were even dating, you went and competed together.
We went and competed and we trained, and like I would, I was training at like sometimes 9 times a week. Like it was day in, day out, suffer, grind it out, and push yourself. Yeah. And so I'd be like, start working out together. Go into a high stress situation just to like see, hey, how do we handle this? Because if someone gets into a high stress situation and then they're very, very emotional, they're not a mature person.
That's so true.
They're just not
very
mature.
Telling.
Yeah. And you're just like, okay, well, you just lost it over this.
Yep.
And then believe them for who they show you that they are.
Yeah.
When they show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
And believe them the first time, and then walk away if it's not.
If it's not who you want to be with.
Yeah. Yeah. But as far as like just the knowing, I did have that. Like, whoa.
But I do love how you really emphasize, like, that doesn't mean it was just perfect and like smooth roads. Like there's still things to work out, and like in any relationship, like of course. But I think that sometimes we want that like struck by lightning moment. Like I know they're the one, and then it's just like that rom-com ending where it's like everything's perfect and it's just, that's just not realistic.
Because I knew that about Mitchell, and then like he pretty much ignored me. He thought I was way out of his league, and so that there would be
shy.
Yeah, he was just shy.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my gosh, like this guy, like what the heck?
Yeah.
And I had to really try.
Yeah.
And then it worked. But I think that's what people should know. Just because someone's the one doesn't mean that it's just perfect and it just happens and it's like super easy.
Right. Yeah, and I think sometimes it's gradual too. Like I would say when I met Matthew, I knew he was someone I wanted to pursue. Why are you laughing?
Because you like told him to slow down and he was so into you.
It's true, I did. Okay, wait, so I have to tell that story now. I forgot about that. I did.
We were opposite.
I know. So when I met him, like I knew he was someone I wanted to pursue. Like I saw so many good qualities right away. I remember like going home and journaling too and being like, I don't know why, like I know it's crazy, but I feel like I could just trust him with anything, like right after our first date. And he was obviously super into me too. And so he
got you that necklace and you're like, whoa, that was a little fast, bro.
On our second date, he got me a really nice necklace, and I wear it all the time. It's my cross necklace. I don't have it on right now. But yeah, he did. And so, and we would make jokes, like right off the bat, we started dating and we were exclusive and all these things. We would make jokes about like our future wedding and our kids. And then at a certain point I was like, oh my gosh, okay, like this is actually like, I can see you being my person, but we also need to like slow down. I need to make sure that everything, like we are aligned on everything. And I did get overwhelmed at a certain point, and I just told him, I was like, hey, like, can we just like even like just like the jokes themselves, I was like, can we like slow down on that and just like take it one step at a time, like. And it's so funny because I was typically the one that would like really dive in head first on relationships and just be like, yeah, I think this could be my person. And then with Matthew, I think I was just taking it very seriously, and so I was like, let's slow down. And he was so respectful about it. He was like, absolutely, of course. And then, you know, it wasn't very long after until I was like, no, I know he's the one. But for me, I would say it was more gradual. I didn't have like that struck by lightning moment when I like looked at him and I was like, he's the one. You know, it was because he's just such a steady person. I just saw him show up day after day. And I think that's what made me really fall in love with him, is that who he was on our first date was who he always is. Yeah. Like, he was never fake. He was always steady. His communication was incredible. Like, I never questioned if he wanted to spend time with me. Izzy liked him right away. That was a first. She never liked anyone else that I dated, which is fair. No, well, you it's not that you didn't like them as a person, but I think you knew they weren't for me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So I was like, often didn't have. Yeah. I didn't have good discernment. They're not good enough. When you're in it, I'm like, oh no, he's great. But you did like Matthew right away. Yes. And so I think that I would want to like offer that encouragement, though, even if you don't right away know for sure they're the one. If everything is aligned, like your core values are aligned, like it could be a gradual thing of like, oh no, like they really are the one. I think also I was cautious because I had in past relationships been like, oh, maybe they're the one, and then it hadn't worked out.
Yeah,
so you kind of
got a little wiser. You got a little wiser.
That caution into your next relationship, and I wasn't jaded, but I was cautious.
Yes,
and I just needed some time, and then obviously he like showed who he was, and I like fell more and more in love with him, and
that's so cute.
It also all worked out. But I think that it's just interesting to like share different experiences because it's not always the same, and some people want that like, how do I know they're the one? It's like, but like you said, trust how they act, like trust their actions, believe their actions.
That's it. Yes, believe their actions.
Yeah,
I can't even stress that
I
enough.
never had to wonder if Matthew liked me, if he wanted to pursue me. I never wondered that.
You were like,
and in past relationships, I did wonder, like, do they want to talk to me? Like, their communication kind of sucks. It's like, you won't wonder.
That's person. So good. Yeah, because before Mitchell and I were dating, I was like, after our first date, 5 days later, we were official. It was so clear to me, like, he was locked in. Yeah. I never, ever guessed. Yeah. I never questioned at all. Like, is this guy into me? If he wants to be with you, then he'll be with you.
Will show that.
It will be completely clear no matter what.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, like, if you have different communication styles or something that you don't have to get those in alignment, or the way you receive love is a little bit different. Yeah. That's totally fair. You have to, but you're not going to be like, well, he hasn't texted me back for 3 days. Like, I hope.
Right, maybe he's just busy. It's like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
If Matthew ever was going to be away from his phone for a while, he would like let me know, like, hey, I'm at work. Like, I won't be on my phone as much. Like, I'll make sure to text you whenever I have time. Like in the beginning, like that. And that's important because you are reading in to all of those little things. Like, how long does it take for them to reply? Yeah. And so that kind of just open communication. Like, hey, no, I do prioritize you. Yeah. And I will absolutely talk to you when I am free again. Yeah. And it'll be reasonable. It's not going to be 3 days later.
Yeah, guys, he just doesn't like you. If he doesn't for 3 days, I'm sorry. There's no way. That's not a husband. Get him out.
Get him out. Find another one.
Yeah. That was a great little tangent. We had a big weave there.
I love that. Yeah. No, I did want to talk about our own relationships. Taylor Swift being invited to her wedding.
Swiftie going to her wedding. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably gonna be like in France or something, I would imagine.
No, well, it's gonna be pretty quaint. Like, there's not too many people.
Did she already invite you?
Well, I saw it in her eyes. Dang it. So, if you didn't see that in her eyes, like, I don't know.
I didn't. Did you see it like in her post? You saw it in her eye.
Yeah, I felt like it was for me, to be honest.
I didn't see that for me. That sucks so bad.
Oh yeah, I know.
Can I be your +1?
No.
Okay.
It's gotta be Mitchell. Okay.
Well, you can bring your dogs, and then I'll sit for you.
Oh yeah, you can be my dog sitter. Yeah. I had to bring us all here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I am. I overall, I am happy for her, and all the things. Obviously Martha Stewart should plan the wedding because who else?
That's hilarious. Yes.
And I think it's good to be pushing that, and marriage is awesome, guys.
Yeah.
For real. It is great. You should be looking for a husband, and dudes to become a husband and find a wife. Mm-hmm. And I would say too, like, you're going to always have things to work on. You're always going to have to work on yourself in it. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's the definition of growth, right? Like, you grow, and you're going to have to go through things, and don't let those growing moments be reasons to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to be with this person.
Absolutely.
Just because you have to work on something. You're always going to have to work on something.
Yeah.
You know,
100%. And I think, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. In the interim, if you are looking for someone, like, surrender it all to the Lord. Like, you surrendered everything before you met Mitchell. I had taken a step back as well from dating before I met Matthew.
Yeah,
like,
for a
I had
while.
not. Yeah, I hadn't dated. I hadn't put myself out there.
And then we were like, put yourself out there, Maggie.
Yeah, you did encourage me.
Literally.
And it was the right move, but we both had that time to, like, take a step back and focus on our own growth.
Yes.
Make sure we were good partners for our future spouses too. And I think that surrender is really critical.
Yeah. And the day, I think it was the day before I met Mitchell. I don't know. I know I have it written down. The day before I met him, or it was 2 days, I forget. I wrote Mitchell a letter. Mm-hmm. Before I met him, like the day before I met him, I wrote him a letter because I was like, I just made a pact with God. I just want to let you know. Yeah, it was the day before. It's like, I have surrendered everything. I'm off. There's no way. Like, I am ready for you, and I need you to find me. And then I met him the next day. It's pretty sick.
God is so good.
I know. Sometimes I like the way that things like that happen. I'm like, man, this is so cool. Like,
yeah, it's so special.
Yeah. So congratulations, T Swift and Travis.
Yeah, cheers.
Or Travis. Yeah, I was like Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
We're happy for you.
We're happy. We'll see you at the wedding.
Please.
It's just me diving up the camera. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm so grateful for your support. I'm already excited for the next show. Turn on notifications and be on the lookout for my next episode. Also, please share the show with anyone you feel like might benefit from listening to. Thank you for all your love and support. I will see you soon.